Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. This episode is brought to you by The Wellness Paradigm, a holistic health coaching company shifting the way that women understand and heal their bodies. Through bioenergetic testing, functional lab testing, and nutrition, we uncover what traditional approaches often overlook so you can stop guessing, start healing, and finally feel like yourself again. No more one size fits all protocols, just deep rooted healing and the clarity and confidence you deserve to feel incredible. It's time to shift the paradigm of women's health. Now, on to our show. And good afternoon. Hi, Simel.
Hi,
I'm so excited you're here, and I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. We're going to talk all about holistic wellness as well as some other things from this awesome three-time founder and energy alchemist. She is, well, you're so multifaceted, but she helps not only place high performing or helps by placing high performing teams, but she also helps high achievers really achieve the best versions of themselves, which so many of you listeners are just, high achieving women and doing the most. And so I'm so excited to learn your strategies and kind of how you help these women and men. I know you help both, but give us a little bit of an idea on who you are and how you got started in both these professions.
great. Thank you so much, Shannon, for having me over. Yes, honestly, I did not plan to be where I am today. So my life has been a flow. I started off as a 21-year-old graduate in India, co founded an organization which is now a global organization. So I was really impressed and very encouraged to be in the startup space. I moved to the US, had some personal and professional changes, started my second startup, which completely busted. And I lost it all. I lost my health, relationship, career, and wealth. And that's when I decided I needed to do something different, something more. And growing up, I was 80% nerd and 20% fashionista. So I went into my nerd phase and I started researching concepts in neuroscience and quantum physics. And I realized that, our outer world really shifts when our inner world aligns.
Mm.
And that made me create HZen, which is a holistic wellness energy partner that users do 7-minute daily customized mindful practices, and the rest, I have a team of virtual live healers that send positive, transformative energy to my app users 24/7. So
Oh,
that's where I am today.
so fascinating to also have the human element on this, right? Because having a platform, especially with the word AI onto it, right, it's exploding everywhere. But so often we miss that human element. And I would love for you to talk a little bit about what that means to send energy. As a somebody that utilizes bioenergetics, I love frequency. I've worked with many energy healers, but many people aren't familiar with that, and it sounds so out there to them, right? And so, can you describe a little bit more on why that touch and how it works?
Excellent question. I always like to add both my companies are utilizing AI, but we do AI square work, which means AI as an artificial intelligence for primarily back end work, repetitive work, and then the second AI, actual individuals for
No.
for client facing work and energy work. So yes, I think humans cannot be replaced. Human energy cannot be replaced.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I see so many people outsourcing their power to AI, especially, I mean, in the wellness space. I'll even have clients that just will come with a whole list of the things that AI spat out. I was like, that's just incorrect, or that just misses so much pieces of the puzzle, right? Um, and so when you work with energy healers, maybe in a bit of a scientific term, we can go into quantum, physics if we want to. When somebody quotation sends energy, is working on energy. If somebody's not familiar with what that even means, can you go into what that is and why it actually works?
Sure. So, Shannon, everything is energy around us. Human, non human objects, everything is energy. So, while my research was on, I, by the way, I forgot to mention in terms of challenges, I went through two major health challenges and bounced back with zero medications. Not to say traditional medicine should not be used. Of course, absolutely. We cannot do without it. But I resorted to functional medicine, you would know, and healing. So, coming back to your energy healing part, I came across a few practices, ancient practices, that actually use energy healing to heal people across time and space. And I got very fascinated. I did beta testing and I got 95% success rate in that. And I was totally in then. And I started to use on strangers. So I think I always get this question. Your 24/7 virtual healing sounds too good to be true. It is. Honestly, some of my close personal and professional network find it hard to believe or to accept it, but it's working. And there is a reason, the world is going back to traditional practices. And this is all science based. This is all physics. This is all combination of neuroscience. So it is all science based. And there is so much noise out there. There is a reason. There is a reason this industry is going to turn into multi-billion-dollar industry because it's working. So yes, and when people ask me or comment that it sounds too good to be true, I decided to give first week of the platform of the app completely risk-free trial just to experience what it is to be on such an energy app.
Now, with that being said, what can clients experience when they maybe go into the app, and why do people typically even seek it out in the first place?
Yes. So the reason I did a combination of practices because I'm all results oriented, outcome oriented. So I incorporated practices like, most popular ones like breath work, meditation, NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and of course, energy healing. And the reason I made it really brief, short, 7-minute daily, because we are living in a time crunched, attention deficit economy where, our frequency is our new currency. So while I was doing beta testing, I realized, a lot of people, especially Gen Z, and including my 21-year-old son, he's like, we don't have time to do your 20-minute exercise or meditation. So it's really simple. What I do is you choose whatever you're trying to accomplish in areas of health, relationship, career, or wealth. And the 7 minute are very simple, guided breathwork, meditation, and NLP based mindful practices. So all you have to do is just turn on the app, listen to it, and follow my instructions. It's really simple. And when you sign up, we ask for your face photo and your full name, because that's what my healers use to send you transformative energy. Just your face and your full name.
I know so many energy healers that use, photos and name or date of birth. And even for me, when I first got into it, I'm like, how does this work? Right? I believe in the power of energy, but, you know, and I understand quantum physics, but it's still just crazy to wrap your head around. Do you know what I mean? Do you
Yes,
get
yes.
people that feel that same way?
I'm sorry.
You get people that feel that same way.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, I recently started being active on social media because I was protecting my energy while working on this app. So, I had to refrain from social media because sometimes it can be very distractive, it can be toxic. So, a lot of people ask me, and now I have started posting just very simple, basic. Foundational exercises for beginners. Like, for example, do you know 9 out of 10 people don't even realize that they are breathing incorrectly? Just regular breathing, they are not breathing correctly. So, things like that. And then, even what 90-second just breath work could be life changing. So it's I think to start with, I would say if you really want to get into it and you don't even believe that it can help you, just go with the blind faith and let the magic happen. Because what happens is sometimes in lot of so-called manifestation strategies, just the fact that you are consistent, you are repetitive, you are doing the same boring thing, if you will, again and again, our mind loves it. Our mind loves the repetition, and you magically start receiving results. And that gets you into the faith, and then you are totally in tune with it.
I think that's hard for people who want, oh, how do you say this? They want to know it's going to work, right? They don't want to just they have problems with trust and with, I don't want to say faith, but not having a clear strategy. And I know that's especially working in between these very logical and energetic world. I get it because you're like, the energy world is so incredible and I've seen way crazier results with. But logically, there isn't always a set point like a lab, right? That you can see where it's like, point A now and point B, but people know they feel better, right? And so what are the kind of results that people typically can expect? And how long do you typically, realistically, till people see those results?
Most importantly, we don't guarantee any result.
Yeah.
And I have no qualms in admitting that. I
Yep.
do not guarantee any result. I am not a medical professional. I am not a psychologist. I am an energy alchemist for the last 15 years. Results. Lot of variables attached. Whether you're doing consistently, even if it is 90 seconds or 7 minutes. And then after a point, of course, if you have benefits, if you have received benefits, even if you don't trust, after receiving benefits, you might not get transformational outcomes. So it is really dependent on you, on the user. See, I tell some users, if you don't have 7 minutes a day to fix whatever you're trying to fix, then I guess this is really not meant for you. So, yeah, no guarantees at all. But yes, I have seen transformational results. Like when my startup busted, the second one, like I said, I lost it all. Relationship breakup, I'm back with a 26-year-old marriage. Health, the dreadful C, I healed completely privately. And I had a nervous system, and now I think last when I checked, about 10 years, my biological age is 10 years younger. And I'm in my 50s, and last year I walked the New York Fashion Week. The 20% of my fashionista life. So yeah, it's entirely up to the user, up to the audience, because world really needs to heal.
I agree on that.
And it is all
You know,
accumulative process. You might say, oh, it's just one or two, but yeah, that multiplies. And also the key is when you are happy, in the sense, I like to call it like a absolute happiness. So if you have absolute happiness, which is a little different from relative happiness, which means come what may, you are prepared for any kind of challenge, because life will throw challenges for sure, whatever you may do. So if you are happy in that sense, I think people around you, environment around you, will get the same frequency, will get the same vibrations, and you may land up making more people happier and at peace. So,
yeah, I mean, frequency is so crazy when you understand it a little bit on just like how much we vibrate and people pick up on our energy, and some people are going to be more sensitive than others. But I mean, even when I do bioenergetic testing, sometimes certain things will come up and the client's like, I have no idea what this is. I'm like, well, has your coworker been around and been like a super negative energy? Is your husband, being, you know, having some negative energy or talking about the certain complaint because your body picks up on it. And,
absolutely. You
and with that,
know,
obviously,
absolutely. In health, from a simple headache to the most dreadful diseases, are just accumulation of emotions over a period of time. And our body whispers, signals, tells us. But then when we don't listen, the dreadful part comes in. So,
yeah, there's so much. I mean, on this podcast, I talk a lot about emotions and how they play a role in the body and how they play a role in diseases. And I think that's a used to be a really far-fetched idea for so many people, but now there's more and more mounting evidence and books being written about it showing the correlation. And I think that's a hard thing for people to look at, right? Because they can take the supplement and they can do maybe some food changes, maybe work out, but to face certain things that you've been suppressing for a while, that's I find one of the more difficult things for clients.
And I'm not going to underestimate other methods and strategies like working out or diet. Diet can be your either savior or
It can make or break you.
poison. Yeah, diet is huge, even with mindfulness. But yes, I mean this works again if you are unable to work out or for some reason, or if you don't have time, so there are these strategies to complement other methods.
Well, it's all about, holistic wellness we talked about, right? And that addresses the mind, the body, physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, right? It's not just one. And I think that's where so many people, I don't want to say get wrong, it's just they're unaware. And that's especially with this podcast, right? I bring on people talking about nutrition and also people that talk about quantum physics and and everything in between because it's a mind body soul approach and
Exactly. It's the whole alignment of mind, body, spirit, soul. It is the, and I'll be very honest. In my last version of Zen, I called it her Zen, his Zen separately, and I had these modules compiled separately, and access was separate, like health, relationship, career. But over a period of time, with experience with my beta testing, I found out that, like you said, holistic. So, one area might be the root cause of your second area, or one and second could be the root cause of your third. Like if you're down in your relationship or career, your health might suffer. So I revamped that and I have made it like all inclusive. So a user, even if they have issues in their health and not in career or relationship or wealth, subconsciously it might not be so evident, but it's there. If they're working, I mean, they have to have some kind of work stress. So, it's really important to kind of address all the four areas simultaneously because they are very intricately linked.
oh yes, I would think everything is linked together whether people want to believe it or not, right?
Exactly.
But what would you say is your favorite modality for either yourself or clients to help them feel better overall?
It starts with your thoughts. That is the root cause. Your thoughts lead to certain emotions, feelings that leads to actions, and those actions unfortunately lead to results. So if you target your thoughts, you're you're there. That's the foundation.
Mastering your mind, man. If somebody wants to be better at mastering their thoughts and has maybe been stuck in a negativity cycle for their whole life, what would be one or two pieces of advice to get them out of that loop?
So I do one-on-one coaching as well, and I tell my clients, put put an alarm on your phone for every 2 hours, and when you see yourself becoming sad, negative, disappointed, your alarm should, or even an hourly alarm, whatever however the situation demands. And at that point, figure out a way to switch your mood, your thoughts. Maybe I'm very fond of outdoors. I'm very fond of music. So whenever I'm in that situation, I just turn on my favorite music or I just step out for a walk. So do that. It changes your chemistry, your physiology, and hence your mind, and can be very, very productive in changing your the next one, like feelings and actions, and may help in your goals.
Yeah, and just your environment. Just changing your environment in general. Sometimes people just need
You
to
know,
get out of their room.
I like to give some simple steps to start with because it might not be easy for a lot of people to change your environment.
Oh no, I mean like go from the office to the outdoors. Go from the
Oh,
office
okay,
to
okay.
just your kitchen.
Oh,
Just
yes. Yeah, if you
change your
like,
environment for a hot second if you're
oh
feeling.
yeah, if you like in cooking, of course, yeah. Cooking actually is again research based. A lot of people enjoy cooking. It's a great stress buster. Yes, so exactly.
Not me. Glad my husband loves that though.
Oh my God, I'm in the same boat.
My stress reduction is knowing that he is taking care of it.
Oh Lord, I'm the same.
Yeah, thank goodness. Well, if you had any last pieces of advice for, the woman that is wanting to upgrade their life, what would you tell them?
I learned this hard way, but now I'm glued to this quote. Ladies, always, always remember life happens for you and not to you. So, next time when you ask yourself, why me? You can easily transform into try me.
Love that. Love that. Well, I so appreciate you being here. And if
Thank you.
people wanted to connect with you more, where can they find you?
Because I'm little limited, I do a lot of tech detox. The best is Simal at hzenai.com. My email that I check every day.
I'll put that down below, guys, so you can reach out to her if you have any questions or want to connect with her or her app more. And otherwise, thank you guys for being here and always appreciate you. Send this to somebody if you feel like they need to hear it as well. And Smil, thank you for being here, and we'll catch you guys on the next show.
Thank you so much, Shannon.